Hello students, good morning. I'm Dr. Meenakshi Lohani, Assistant Professor Geography at Kumari Mayavati Government Girls PG College, Badalpur. Today I'll be telling you about the direct method of data collection. Self-declaration. The content is exclusively meant for academic purpose for enhancing teaching and learning. Any other use of economic commercial purpose is strictly prohibited. The users of the content shall not distribute, disseminate or share it with anyone else, and its use is restricted to advancement of individual knowledge. The information provided in this content is authentic and best as per my knowledge. The objectives of this class is that the students will be able to learn, retain and recall the concept of questionnaire as a direct tool for data collection. Secondly, the students will be able to explain, analyze and compare it with other tools of data collection. Thirdly, the students will develop enthusiasm, motivation and positive attitude toward direct method of data collection. Firstly, we'll start with the meaning and the definition of questionnaire. So, according to J.D. Pope, a questionnaire may be defined as a set of questions to be answered by the informant without the personal aid of an investigator or enumerator. And according to E. Bogadis, a questionnaire is a list of questions to a number of persons for them to answer. The third definition is, according to Gort and Hatt, in general, the word questionnaire refers to a device for securing answer to questions by using a form which the respondents fill in himself. These three definitions I selected for the class to study as they tell what a questionnaire is. As we all know, questionnaire is a list of questions. It has to be distributed to a number of people, and we gather information through answers of the questionnaire. So as all the definitions say the same things, these 3 points are important. It's a list of questions, many people answer it, and we collect answers for reaching up to a conclusive remark, judgment, or we analyze the data and we get to the results. So we come next to the characteristics of a question. How can we define it as a characteristic of questionnaire? Questionnaire is a list of questions related to the study. Whichever study we are conducting in the field, being a geography student, I'll say, if we are in a location, we are going for a survey or somewhere else for any study, we have to make a list of questions that should be related to the study area. Like if I am surveying and doing a study, conducting a study on a hilly terrain, then my questions should be focused and it should be made so that it should suit to the people of that hilly terrain. And I cannot pick up a questionnaire of a plains or of the coastal areas or Deccan Trap, and I can go directly to the mountainous area and conduct a survey there, because they should be according to the terrain, the area, the people there, their living standard, the climatic conditions and everything. So in geography, we have to keep in mind the terrain, the locality, the study area, the focus area, the area where we are conducting the research project or the survey. So firstly, list of questions related to the study area. Secondly, it can be mailed or personally distributed at the local level. So nowadays in the COVID time, we are having so many online interactions and everything. We are even getting many online surveys. It is very popular. Otherwise also, earlier times also, we used to mail Dak Seva, the postal department. We used to send the questionnaire through post also to the people if we have to gather a larger area data and we cannot go there each and every time. So we can mail that questionnaire to the people there. Thirdly, the point is the respondents fill it himself or herself. The questionnaire is to be filled by the respondent. So with this, the second point is correlated that only literate people can fill it, because if I am the respondent, I have to fill the forms, I have to be literate enough to read that questionnaire. So only literate can fill it. It is also a drawback of the questionnaire method that only literates can do that. Otherwise, if you are not able to read it, how can you answer it? And the questionnaire has to be answered by the respondent himself or herself. So the next point it is an indirect method of collecting the primary data. even you can go yourself and collect it directly, but we can also call it the indirect method of collecting the primary data, because as primary data is the data which one collects himself or herself, and through questionnaire, by mailing it or by sending it to the other area, it can be an indirect method of collecting the primary data. More data can be collected covering a larger area. The most important thing of questionnaire is that at a time we can distribute the questionnaires to different people and we can cover a larger area. Like in a demography study or in a population study which we are conducting, like we can conduct it on a state level, national level. So we can have a data of a particular state, a particular district. We can start from a village, district, state, then national level. So likewise, the area of the data collection can be enhanced, increased by this questionnaire method. Questionnaire is the only method by which we can reach up to a larger number of people and covering a larger area. So these were the characteristics of a questionnaire. Next comes the types of questionnaire. So there are 8 types of questionnaires: factual, question of opinion, structured, unstructured, closed, open, pictorial, and mixing all the things, we have this mixed one. So these are different types. We'll be taking up it in the other lecture, the details of questions. So we came to know about different types of questionnaires. We'll be talking about the next 4 types of questionnaire. The first one is a closed questionnaire. A closed question is defined as a question with a simple answer like yes or no. It is basically differentiated from an open question in a way that it does not provoke any thought or require deep pondering upon to answer the question. So we can say a closed question usually receives a single word or a very short factual answer. For example, are you thirsty? The answer is yes or no. So this is a closed questionnaire. And on the other hand, the open questionnaire is where open-ended questions are ones that require more than one word answer. The answers could come in the form of a list, a few sentences, or something longer such as a speech, paragraph, or an essay. Here are some examples of open-ended questions. What were the most important wars fought in the history of the United States? So it has a long answer to be written about the history of the United States. The second question can be, what are you planning to buy today at the supermarket? So it can be a big list. Thirdly, how exactly did the fight between the two of you started? So in this also the respondent will answer, describe about the fight. And the last, we can also say like, what is your favorite memory from your childhood? So it can be a long story. So in open questionnaire, the questions are open-ended and the answer length depends on the willingness of the respondent to answer. Next is the pictorial questionnaire. As pictorial word explains, it is a picture-based questionnaire where pictorial questionnaire, on the other hand, is used in promotion of interest to answer questions. Because when we see a black and white paper questionnaire with some questions, open or closed, we don't like to answer it. Sometimes we get bored of the question. So if there is a pictorial questionnaire, it is a catchy questionnaire. It catches our attention and it is mostly used for students, the children. It is a study material for children because children like to see the pictures, and the pictorial questionnaire helps us to do any survey study on the kids. And next comes the mixed questionnaire. So as the word mixed is self-explanatory, it is a mixture. Mixed questionnaire consists of closed as well as open-ended questions. Closed were the questions which had only a small answer, like one word answer, yes, no, kind of a short answer, were the closed ones, and the open-ended one, in which we can have a number of long essays and all. So the mixed questionnaire consists a combination of both closed as well as open-ended questions. These are normally used in the field of social research, like whenever we are going for a geographical survey, we go to the study area. There we can have a questionnaire in which we have the mixed type of questions consisting both the closed as well as the open-ended question. Again, I will remind you, closed are the ones which have small answers like yes, no answers, to the point answers. They are limited, the answers are limited. You cannot write much in that, but in the open-ended questions you can tell a number of stories, and even with the help, with the answers of the respondents, the surveyor gets a lot of information about the content, about the problem. So these are the types of some types of the questionnaire. Then the assignment part for this lecture is write the meaning and definition of a questionnaire, describe the types of questionnaire, and write the characteristics of a questionnaire. I have consulted these references. These are the reference books which I have gone through for collecting the data for this questionnaire topic. You can also check these books. These are good references. Thank you. Thank you for the class.